So it's been a minute since I made a video on my SCL500, as this bike is always in pieces being worked on, as it's the project bike, right? We all know the SCL500 is basically a street bike, but I've been building it out for more off-roading and more touring. And that's the video we're going to be talking about today. It's kind of more or less around touring. And talking about the SCL500, it's not, anything I show you is not just for this bike. You can use this stuff across many bikes, but I think this build out here is really great for a Scrambler, again being the SCL500. Maybe you have a Scrambler 400X, the new Triumphs, or again the 1200s or 900s. But anyways, today we're going to be talking about luggage and storage on the SCL500. And the first bags I'm going to show you are going to be my side bags here. This would be in the Hepco & Becker X-Travel bags here. And I really like these because they got a retro look, but still a rugged type of look, like off-roading. You know, you got the Molly panels and such. Right up here, you got these hard panels. It is waterproof as you just slide this open. Bam, you can unclip it up there and then get to all your goods up inside here. And you got plenty of space for, again, multiple day trip for sure, but I really love how compact it is and how simple it is, but still you get that really nice rugged look to it. And again, it's locked in there pretty darn tight. This does not budge around on the bike at all. And talking about the Molly system on the X-Travel bags, you can see right here, I have this little cheap Amazon drink holder, I guess it is. But if we undo it right here, you can see what I'm keeping in here is a little fuel bottle. So you got options, again, a little bit extra fuel if you're going on those long off-road trips, or just again, use it as a water bottle. Store your drink right there. It's really cool. And again, just such a versatile bag. Now, as far as attaching the X-Travel bags on the Scrambler here, they're using the SIBO mount. As you can see right back in there, I'm going to take it off and show you, but I want to show you it attached to my rack. I did not get the Hepco & Becker rack. I got a different rack here, and it did make my installation a little bit more tough. I had to shave it down a little bit there, and you can see how tight it is. It does fit. It's on there really nice, but again, I had to do a little bit of tweaking. But if we get it in there, turn our key, then we're going to be able to just pull our bag right off. And now you can see what I was talking about with the SIBO clamp right there, where the bag just goes right around it, attaches to the side, locks right up on top right there. And it's such a minimalistic design. Like if you come back, you don't have these big, you know, those side pannier racks that go all around. It's very minimalistic design. I just love it. It's again, very simplistic, attaches right here and right here. That's really it. It's really solid. And then if we come over here and look at the bag, you can see that's how it slides in there. So again, it's not budging. It's locked in there really solid. And again, you can lock the bag as well. I mean, I've used many bags on my bikes, from Geevees to SW Motex to many other brands. And this SIBO system, I just really love it. I love the bags, the design and the style of them, the minimalistic look with them on and with them off. It just really completes the bike, and I just love this setup. I like this setup so much, I put it on my brand new 2024 Africa Twin. You can see I'm running the bags, two of them, one on each side over here. Very nice, simple design, very nice for off-roading. You still kind of have that hard style, but it's also soft, so your legs aren't going to get pitched underneath it. That one's for another video. Back to the SCL500. Now let's move on up and talk about this rear case right here, which I really like this rugged design. Again, you got the whole bike, again, going with that Scrambler look, right? We don't want it looking too sleek and rounded and again, kind of futuristic, right? So talking about this top case, you can see you got mounting points up on top. So if you want to, I don't know, put a jacket up there or something, you got a couple notches over here on the side. Unfortunately, I can't find a backrest for it yet in case you got a passenger. So that's a little bit of a stinker, but I don't really ride with passengers much anyway. So aesthetically, I think it looks really good. And we can go right down here, unlock it because it is a locking case. Bam, right like that, pop it open. You can see you got all your goods. You got these little pockets up here to store stuff, and then plenty of space right down here. I keep a first aid kit, some extra gloves, and my tools, and you can see you got the strap to lock it down, and there's padding going all the way around it. So if you got camera gear or food or whatever, again, you can fit pretty much whatever you want, and it seals up really nice. You got this rubber gasket going all the way around it. It's really nice to be waterproof and have something to lock your stuff in. Like me, if I got to put my phone or wallet in there, if I go in somewhere, really nice to be able to lock it up. Now, the other cool thing about this case is it's actually removable as well and lockable, as you see in here, just by this little notch. Bam, then we're going to take it and slide it off as it's on there pretty tight. And then you're left with this rack up top there. And as you see, that's how it mounts, right? With these little notches there on the front and then on the back. And it just mounted right on the back of the rack I have. And when you look at the case here, again, it locks back here, how it's going to lock in the case. and then locks as far as the enclosure. And then as far as it mounting on the back of the rack, you got these nice metal latches down here, whatever you want to call them, really holding it into place. And when you get it on here, it doesn't budge. I used this on my previous Triumph Scrambler as well. It's just a really nice budget option. It's off Amazon. I think it's like 150 bucks, maybe even less. Now this next bit of storage I'm gonna show you here is super cool, unique, and innovative for this bike. Let me bring you down a little bit closer and show you this molly rack right down here by the engine. This is actually from Steady Garage. They sent this out for me to check out. Really appreciate it. And they helped me out with the suspension as well. But focusing on storage here, looking at this molly rack, it's so cool because you can take your bags and just strap them down wherever you want. Up here, I have the giant loop bags, which again, put whatever you want in there, some tools, my knife and my bear spray if need be, you know. It's super cool. And then down here, I have these little other bags, which I don't know what they're really meant for, but luckily, one day when I was out riding, one of my fog lights came loose and I didn't have any zip ties or anything. So I was kind of like, what am I gonna do? Well, luckily I was able to take one of those lights, shove it into this little bag right here, and it stored it. And that's what's really cool about having extra storage. I know a lot of people are kind of like, well, you really don't need that many bags, you know what I mean? But they come into play in the one moment when you really need it. Like you don't expect it, but it's like, oh man, thank goodness I had that. And also, if you want to see more of Steady Garage and Chimera Engineering's stuff, take a look at their SCL500 build. Like they're going beyond me even here, you know? I absolutely love what they're doing on the bike, and I hope some more of their parts come to market. Now, the next one I want to show you is going to be the tank bag we're using here, which is the Hepco & Becker Epic 6. I think this tank bag really flows with the bike. Again, it's kind of got like that sleek design, but still kind of retro, a little bit of brown touches there. And as far as the tank ring, I love it. It just clips right in there, so it's nice and secure. Let me see if I can get this on first try. Bam, it's right down there, and this tank bag is not gonna budge. To remove it, you pull this little strap on the back side, it pulls that back and then gets you out. Easy to get gas or anything. Now, I will tell you the one thing that I am having issues with is as far as my carpy ride up here. If I go into full lock, it does hit a little bit right there. Just a pinch, because that's full lock, and I'm just getting a little bit in there. But that is not the tank bag. That's again with the carpy ride, which I gotta move this anyways because I can't really see my dash either. So that's a fix inbound on my part. But what I really like also is this little strap up top. You can bam, pull it out, put some gloves up in there, whatever you want to store. If you come to a stop, strap it down, you're good to go. You got other locking points if you want to put a map up there or something. And then coming inside of the bag, you have so much storage. And by the way, the inside is waterproof, the outside isn't. But as you see, you have this bag right here. Bam, pull that open, and you got all the storage. And again, if you don't want that in there, you can see, you can pull this big old bag out, which is super cool because you end up going somewhere, you got some stuff in there. You can just pull the bag out. You don't got to take the whole tank bag. Super cool option. And then inside, you got little cubbies on the sides, if you can see here, and then also on the top to store stuff. And yes, of course, like many other tank bags, it does also expand. Pull that around, pull that up, and then you're going to get another couple inches out of it. And we all know those extra couple inches can always come in handy when, of course, you're packing your tank bag. Now, the last thing I want to show you for storage is behind my license plate here. And it's really cool. This little cubby, bam, right back there. And this is where I keep all of my paperwork, my registration, and then my insurance card. It's waterproof. It seals all the way around. I forget the company that makes this, but it's super cool. Again, it just goes right down, bam, lock it up, and now you got this storage. You can see it doesn't add much bulk, a little bit right there. And then you got that lock on the back. And I've done plenty of off-roading with this, never had any issues with the lock or anything. It's just super cool to have that dedicated spot where you know your paperwork is always handy, rather than be like, oh wait, did I put it in my side bag, my back bag, my tank bag? No, I left it in my jacket that's at home. So there we go. That is the storage I have on my SCL500. A lot of this stuff I used exactly on my Scrambler 1200. Make sure to go check that out. As you're seeing, I'm using a lot of it on my Africa Twin, so it's stuff I truly believe in. Yes, Hepco & Becker did send some of this out for me to use. Same with Steady Garage, the Chimera Engineering, which I'm working with them a little bit as well. But again, it's stuff I stand behind and truly believe in and use on other bikes in my daily use as well. I really like this stuff. Links for everything will be right down in the description. And thank you all so much for coming by for this. We still have a lot more coverage coming on us. Again, the suspension, we'll be doing a protection video, and then of course, many of other rides as well. So this bike's really coming along and I'm happy to be back on it as well. So thank you all for joining me. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I hope to catch you in the next video. Bye now.